Next up, we've got the London derby between Fulham and Arsenal at Craven Cottage. Fulham, Steve, they're a bit of a punter's nightmare this season, aren't they? We mentioned last week the lack of consistency. Then they go and lose at Wolves, don't they? I mean, it's not getting any easier to read their form, is it?
No, it isn't. They're everything that they weren't last year.
Because last year we kind of knew what we were going to get from them.
Yeah, away from home we knew what we were going to get, and at home, I don't know what it is. The only difference is that I'm not sure Dempsey playing on the left and Duff on the right works for me. They're a little bit lopsided.
Duff cutting in on the left foot.
It doesn't. Yeah. It doesn't, because basically as soon as people work that out, unfortunately for Everton, Leighton Baines, when I watched it, just as I said, I'm not sure this system works. Duff cuts in, Leighton Baines allows him to cut inside, and they score, and I look a fool on the radio. But I don't think throughout the game it didn't work. It didn't look right. The balance isn't quite there. And obviously you've got to say as well, there was a certain element of train of thought, shall we say, that said that they might have just slightly overachieved.
Yeah. Are they feeling flat in the camp, like mentally?
I don't know.
I don't know. Did so well last year.
There are other things apart from the Premier League for them to concentrate on, and they've had two very good results in the Europa Cup already. So
maybe taking their off the ball a bit, do you think, in the league?
Yeah, it's difficult for a club that size to concentrate on everything.
Yeah. What would you say about them playing a team like Arsenal, Steve? Because Arsenal obviously great form. If you look just at last week, they beat Wigan. They'll arrive confident. Fulham defensively, would they be able to handle Arsenal's attack at the moment?
It's difficult for anyone to handle Arsenal if they get the game going. This should be a good game. This. Yeah. I'm looking at it and thinking, you know the way that Fulham are going to go. Fulham are not a side. Doesn't matter what you say, that go and camp in their own half. They have a go at the opposition no matter who it is. And we know the way that Arsenal are going to play. So I would imagine this will be. This game will sit easily on the eye, I would imagine.
It should do. The prices are quite short, as you imagine, around Arsenal and the various ways you can bet on them. They're 8-13 to win the match. Fulham 13-2. Talking about it maybe being a good game to watch, Steve, would you say that goals are probably a better betting opportunity?
Yeah, that's I don't think the straights involving most of the top four there's any value in any of it, to be fair. It all seems so short. It's almost like the top four are going to win every week, and we want to hedge our bets that they don't. Yeah. And that, as you say, 13-2. Fulham. 13-2 looks big for Fulham, to be honest. I don't see an 8-13 Arsenal play. No. I think you've got to look at other ways. When you look at the top four, you've got to have a look at other ways of getting into these games.
Certainly do. Arsenal at 8-13 looks too short. We've backed them on the Asian handicap with a -1 goal start. If they win by a goal, you'll get your money back. If they win by more than 1 goal, then you've got a winning bet, but it's still quite short, 19-20 odds on. The second bet looks a stronger selection to me. Over 2.5 goals at 17-20. That's not bad. Arsenal will try and make it an open game and score plenty of goals. So if you're picking one of the two bets, Steve, you'd probably go for that second one.
You can. If you're not happy with Arsenal -1 on the Asian handicap, you can also go look for both teams to score, can't you, in this one? True, yeah. I don't see this as being a game that either side are really going to shut up shop. They're going to have a go at each other. Yeah. So, I think there are ways to play this game, certainly.
Yeah, and if you check on those prices towards kick-off, they do change. Steve mentions the both teams to score market. You'll find other markets there as well, half-time goals, that sort of thing. But I think goals certainly looks a better bet than the match outcome.